With any house, it is important to consider the kitchen design and layout. And while this can be great fun, for some of us, it can be quite a challenge. Now, luckily, our friends at Neptune have stepped in to help us. In this video, I'll be joined by commercial and trade lead Clair Tucker from Neptune to discuss my early choices and the design process with them. We are here today at Plot 1 Gorsley. Now, this is a house that we've built. Throughout the design, I thought I would love to use a Neptune kitchen. We had a great relationship. So Claire has very kindly joined me today to talk about really the process of how you'd go about procuring a Neptune kitchen.
We do kitchens from all sizes, so we often do apartments. This was a really great kitchen to do because it was slightly challenging because we've got various walkways within here which we can go through. It's a very decent sized kitchen, but actually the challenges come that you want to incorporate everything in the space, but it needed to be practical in here, but it also needed to be beautiful. And I think that was the original challenge. Looking at the design now and what the designers created, and obviously working with partnership with yourselves, really impressed with how much storage we have in here. When we spoke to yourselves, that there was this desire to have an island.
Well, the thinking behind that was that even though this is a cottage, we'd like to say, can we make an island work? How can it fit and allow the kitchen to work well? And I'm very pleased with the outcome.
Everyone can be baking, you can be serving drinks, you can have canapes, but there's enough space that you've got this kind of prep side on this side, but the practical cooking side here. When we were looking at this project specifically, we decided to go with the Chichester kitchen. And the reason for that is you've got this very traditional look, so every cabinet is hand built, but two as a specific piece of furniture, so as a standalone, so nothing's constructed in sight. It's all pre-built using very traditional joinery techniques. The idea with this kitchen is that it's here for a long time. You know, the building is going to mature, the oak beams are going to mature, but the kitchen is going to remain timeless.
Sustainability is very important. The house that we have created here, we are aiming to be as close to net zero for energy use as possible. If you can have a product that is just going to last and last and last and not need to be changed for many, 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 many years, that really is true sustainability. One of the points that is unique to Neptune is the lifetime guarantee.
Yeah, the lifetime guarantee, Tim, is something that Neptune supply with all our kitchens. As you'd expect from Neptune, obviously it's beautifully presented. You've got this lovely linen box that every homeowner will receive. This is a real celebration point because you're happy with your kitchen. Everybody's happy. We know that you've got a beautiful kitchen, and this is issued at the end. It gives you the certificate, which is from the founders, so John and Giles from Neptune. It guarantees it for the, like you said, the lifetime that you're going to be in the property.
Would you like to talk us through some of the units that we've got within the kitchen here?
We've got a fridge freezer here, so really practical storage, but anyone can come in from the table, grab some wine. It's got this lovely flow and everyone can move around. We've then got additional storage here, a really, really lovely wall cabinet, which actually is echoed in the boot room, zigzag shelving.
And the colour we've gone for is shell.
Shell is our signature colour for Chichester, so the signature colour is really what Neptune choose to be the kind of best colour for that cabinetry. But the best thing with the Neptune kitchen, especially with Chichester, is because it is painted, you can keep changing that for years to come.
And I will say, we have the boot room here. I think a boot room on a country home is absolutely vital, isn't it?
It's one of those things where, you know, if this area of your home doesn't work, then it affects the functionality of the rest of the home. So the idea here is that a lot of things are hidden behind doors. So we have, as you come in, you've got the washer dryer, but you've also got this cleverly bespoke cabinet here. Again, it looks like a standard cabinet, but we know it's providing a function.
What are the ways or the different paths you could take to actually acquiring a beautiful kitchen like this?
I think really it's getting in touch and letting us know that you're an Oakwrights customer. I think because we've got this really great relationship, it would be brilliant to know and understand more about the property. It lets us know ahead of time that it's an oak frame building, and that can be put into consideration. Very much about finding a designer that's going to be right for the customer, and they will sit down and spend a considerable amount of time just finding out who's going to be living there, how they live their lives, and then we go through a really, really lovely design process. Once the order's finalised in place, you then have an installation project manager, and the installation project manager really holds your hand, because it's quite daunting, isn't it? You've gone through this whole build process. You're longing to get to this stage. I think this is the stage where you're finally choosing those things that are actually going to be visible. On the website, we have a really good estimator tool, and the estimator tool is great because it gives you the 3 collections. So at Neptune, we have Chichester, which is this one, so painted. We've got Suffolk, and we have Henley. And the great news is that there's only 3 to choose from. When you go on the website, it gives you a clear indication that if you're looking at a small kitchen, it gives you an idea on cost.
We've got a beautiful, lovely presented book here, really of all the kitchens, of the colours, the style. How many colours did you mention?
Yeah, I mean, it's around 40. I mean,
40, yes.
we change them every season. So every season we bring out a new colour. So this season is polenta. And you can change it. You know, you can paint it, you can change it, you can change your hardware. You know, there are these choices, and you can add some real personality.
Really then, Claire, what would the top tips be for how to go about procuring, developing your ideas for your kitchen?
I think number 1 top tip would be research. Instagram, Pinterest, really, really good. Kitchen Stories, this is the Neptune Kitchen magazine, and it's full of lots of different case studies. So just ideas in general about colour, choice, it might be a certain collection that you like. Top tip number 2, go to a store. I mean, the stores are beautiful, and it's an opportunity to open them up, touch and feel, try out the cabinetry, see what's there. Number 3, most importantly, I think especially with the oak framing, would be to make a decision and try and focus on the kitchen as early in the process as possible. I think that's what sets an Oakwright house apart, is you do have to take those beams into consideration. And I think budget, it's really difficult, isn't it, when you're working on such a large project, that the earlier that those decisions can be made, you kind of ring fence that budget for a kitchen that is ultimately going to be the heart of the home. Final top tip, yes, I think, would be the home design service. And home design is a service that we offer in all the stores. And I think we've probably talked a lot about kitchens, but actually there's the rest of the home to take into consideration. So we have a team of home designers, and they will work through and basically make sure that all these choices can be incorporated into the home. The fact that Neptune's been doing design for 26 years makes a real difference, that, you know, we really don't want people to have to be making decisions on their own. And it's not an intimidating service. I think sometimes interior design can feel slightly daunting, but it's a very close relationship with the store. It really is an extension of the kitchen design.
Well, thank you very much. That's fantastic.
No problem.
For more information about anything discussed in today's video, please take a look at the description below. Remember to like, subscribe, and let us know what you liked about the kitchen design, and also what would you do differently.